Stripe payment tutorial, how to use Stripe for beginners. Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how you can get started with activating Stripe payments on Shopify or just using Stripe as a payment getaway for any of your online dealings. So let's jump right in. Now, what exactly is Stripe and how can you actually use it as a payment getaway? Well, Stripe is an online platform that allows you to set up your business and start receiving and sending payments. They also have integrated invoicing features that can help you in managing your money online. Plus, the reason that a lot of people love using Stripe is because it is supremely easy to use internationally, especially for international payments. So you don't have to worry about transactional costs, you don't have to worry about a lot of things that, can happen with international transactions like banks holding money and high transaction fees. All of that can be skipped via Stripe. So let's get started with payments using Stripe. So there are a few different ways to start taking payments via Stripe, and the first way that you can do that is to simply go into your product catalog and you can add a product into Stripe. So go into product catalog, click on add product, and you can add a product into Stripe and start with that over there. But if I was to establish a new business on Stripe, and I'll show you guys how to add it over here, you're gonna follow the same steps. You guys can see I have added, a couple of different products over here as well. Then, if you have a completely new account, you can still add a new business into Stripe and start adding products and your product getaways. Just keep in mind that it's really important that whenever you are using Stripe, you are linking to your checkout or you are making sure you're building a effective checkout. So to build your checkout on Stripe, what you're going to do is you're going to click on payments on the bottom left, and then you're going to click on payment links. Once you click on payment links, you're going to click on new, and you can start creating your new payment link. So this is going to be a payment page where you can directly send a link to people for this page. Let's say this is going to be for a maybe consulting services. So for my consulting service, I want to send a checkout a direct payment link, and I can add a description as well. You can also add the price. So let's say it's going to be $80. And then below that, you have the option to add whether or not this is a recurring payment or a one-time payment. On the top right, you can also add a image. I do recommend that you do add an image. And then just click on add product. Then you can choose if you want to collect taxes, if you want your customers to provide phone numbers, addresses, and limit the number of payments as well. Once you've done that, click on create link and your link to your consulting services has now been created. Whenever someone books a consulting service with you, you can just copy this link and send them the link and then they can just purchase from you. Now, other than that, there are some other ways that you can manage your payments. And for that, you can go back into payments on Shopify, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on more over here. You will see you have a bunch of different options like connect, taxes, and more. But if you go into your payment section on Stripe on the left panel, you'll see a section called Radar. So this is your fraud and risk analysis. This is going to be available for your live data, which will include a lot of different transactions that you're having. And if there is any transaction that might be fraudulent, it's going to actually alert you before deducting the payment. This is because if there is a risk of, a bounced payment, then Stripe does not want to do the extra effort of you paying multiple different fees. Then you also have payment disputes on the top where you can find all of your disputes in different categories. And you can also click on the terminal section on the bottom to view your Stripe payment terminal. This includes things such as your Stripe product, where you can accept in person payments, connect to a platform or marketplace, verify customer identity, and much, much more. And with Stripe payments, you are easily able to set up your transactions. Now, other than setting up a basic checkout page, you can also choose to send out invoices and manually charge customers. To do that, simply click on Transactions on the left panel of your Stripe account. Once you click on transactions, you're going to be able to find these sections, and these are the different ways to accept payments. The first three, including checkout pages, manual charges, and invoicing, can all be done without any code required. So if I want to send out a invoice, I can click on create an invoice over here on Stripe. And once I do that, I can proceed with my invoice creation. So first off, I can add a customer. I can add a name. So let's say it's going to be Molly Sherpa. And I can click on add Molly Sherpa. And I can add the email address of our customer like this. Below that, you can add different items, the request of your payment. So let's say I can add a particular item. You can add one item from your product catalog. You can add multiple items as well. That is totally up to you. So I can click on create new product and I can add a new item or I can add a one-time item as well. So let's say that Molly purchased our consulting service and this is one quantity and I'll click on save. Once I've done that, I can choose to add shipping, coupons, taxes, and other items as well if they have purchased more than one item from us. Below that, you have your payment request. So let's say our payment is going to be due in 7 days, and you can add the different payment method options that you approve of. So let's say I only approve of ACH credit transfer, card, Cash App Pay, or debit transfers. You can also click on Manage Payment Methods to enable or disable any payment method that you might be accepting. Below that, you can auto charge a payment if there is a payment method on file. And then below that, you have the delivery of your particular invoice. And below that, you have any additional memos such as tax IDs, custom fields, footers, or any memo you want to attach. And you can also click on template and create your own invoicing template as well. Once you have set up your invoice on the right, you can do a short preview and just overlook if everything looks correct to you. Then just click on email to see how it's going to look like for a email perspective. And then click on review invoice and then you can send out your invoice to your customer. So in this way you can get started with Stripe payments. Lastly but not least, you can do direct credit charges. So to do that, you can go into transactions and manually charge a customer. And this might be useful for a POS system if you don't want to upgrade your POS system, you can directly just do a one-time direct charge to any of your customers. For that, you do have to either manually add the card info or have it on file. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you are now able to get started with Stripe payment. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or queries regarding Stripe or any other platform, leave those in the comment box down below. I would love to know what you guys have to say.